We're here with Andy Fusco, the renowned attorney for It's Summer When They're Rockin' in Weedsport.
You know, I came up with that slogan. I'm the guy.
I believe somebody else did that.
Nah, I was there. Whoever told you that's lying. I'll tell you exactly how it happened. Back in the early days, when we first got started, we did our own commercials before we hired Joe Kelly out of Chicago to do them.
Now I'm feeling bad because I had Joe Kelly in my article already.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no. In the early days, before we hired Joe Kelly, we did all our own commercials. Jack Burgess, Glenn Donnelly, and I would sit around, come up with the content, and write the scripts. And Jack Burgess would do the music bed, and then get an announcer to do the voiceover, and we did everything ourselves. And it was Jack Burgess who said, "Look, you guys got to come up with a slogan, a catchphrase, exactly." And at the time, the Saratoga Horse Track had a slogan, "The August Place to Be," which I thought was really, really clever. And they used to advertise all over around here. So we wanted to come up with something like that. So we were talking about the summer place to be, the Rocket Summer and Weedsport, that sort of thing. And the three of us are just sitting around the table coming up with this. And finally,
under the influence of what?
No, coffee. It was lunch.
Coffee. Oh, that's the best.
And we're just going around the table coming up with the ideas. And I finally said, "Bang! It's summer when they're rocking in Weedsport." Well, Jack Burgess didn't like it. Too many syllables, too much of a mouthful. So we worked for a few more minutes trying to shorten it down, and we couldn't. So we stuck with that. It's summer when they're rocking in Weedsport. And I wish I had a nickel for every time that way made the radio. And that's probably my proudest memory of the whole deal. It was really the heavy metal hair bands that put Weedsport on the map. I mean, we did country, we did soul, we did old rock and roll, we did mainstream pop, you name it, we did it. But it was really the heavy metal acts that put us on the map, because back in those days, the more conservative sheds like Saratoga and Garden State, Canandaigua, shied away from the metal bands, and we said, "Well, we'll play you, we'll take you on," and so all of a sudden somebody like Whitesnake is drawing 8,000 people in Weedsport, New York. Anthrax is selling the place out. Scorpions, Def Leppard selling the place out, and Dee Snider selling the place out. And all of these results in the box office are reported in the national press in a magazine called Polestar. And suddenly the managers are looking, saying, "Holy cow, something's happening in Weedsport, New York." And then they begin to, once you've established yourself as having passed the audition, as John Lennon would say, then they come to you with some name acts like Metallica, for example. We talk about Axl Rose saying in Rolling Stone magazine that Weedsport was one of the most memorable Guns N' Roses concerts ever. And if you're a Metallica fan, you know that they mention Weedsport in their song "So What." So you can tear down a stage and you can tear down a VIP tower, but you can't take away those kind of memories like, "So what? I've been to Weedsport." But isn't it kind of amazing that in little Cayuga County, little Weedsport, New York, that something so amazingly significant took place? When you're actually living through it like you and I did, you tend to take it for granted. It's only now when you get to step back a few years after and see something that was that significant that you begin to say, "Holy cow, I was part of that deal. Yeah. Holy cow, I can't believe every famous artist in the world came to Weedsport." Yeah, amazing.